Hi everyone, this is Amandasilversister. Welcome back to another spur of the moment, last minute live. That's how I roll. If I get motivated, I pop on here. So as you all know, tomorrow is my birthday. So this is actually the last day that I will be 49. So I've been joking with my husband that everything is going to be a big deal to me. Like, this is the last cup of coffee I have at 49. This is, the last time I watch this show at 49. But I thought to myself, you know what, I found this article and it was kind of neat, and I wanted to just come on here and chat about it with you. Plus, I keep promising I'll do more lives, so this is a really easy way for me to do it. So I read this article about how 50 is a big milestone birthday, and that oftentimes people will do a lot of reflecting. So this woman gives, actually I should say who her is. I'll find out who the author is. Anyway, so it's 50 life-changing realizations after you turn 50. So I'm going to read what this author put. I'm going to tell you if I think it's true. And I'm just going to read it off the cuff here. So the first thing that she says is, life isn't fair. So that's something that she's realized. And I would say absolutely life is not fair. And my first thought about that is when you see through your life who you lose to illness or something like that. So definitely life isn't fair. It tends to take the good ones. So you never know what hand you're going to deal. But I think on that note, life isn't fair, but it really is up to us to make the best. One thing I've really thought about lately is that it's very important to stay in a positive, happy place no matter what your circumstances are. So at 50, we have a lot of history. So, there's a lot of dynamics that I might bring with. And though I'm wired to be a positive, happy person, life isn't fair. And so maybe I would be dealing with something that you're not. I still have to try to choose happiness. Okay. The second thing that she says is a reflection of turning 50. Sometimes bad people win and good people lose. Yes. This is really true. And as a divorced woman, I think that sometimes that's where you sometimes think about good and bad and stuff like that, or people that wronged you, or it doesn't have to be divorce. I'm kind of kidding. But yeah, I think that is also true. I believe that, but I guess at the end of the day, what I would advise for that is you can't get caught up in that. And stop comparing yourself. And what you think is winning, you don't really know. You just see it on the outside that it looks like. So say someone I don't like got incredibly wealthy, and then I'm thinking, oh, well, they're winning. Well, I don't really know what their life looks like. So who am I to say that it actually is winning? So I would say with that, it might look like people are winning, and it might look like some people are losing, the good people lose, but try not to compare yourself. Okay, for those that are just joining, I am just doing a little reflection as this is my last day of 49. I have an article here, and she's kind of going through some things, some realizations as she turned 50. So I'm going to read them aloud. I haven't looked at them before, and I'm just going to tell you what I think about them. So the third one that she says, some people are just plain lucky. It may never be you. Okay, so I see a bit of a theme in this article. I don't necessarily think I agree with that one. I think that it's more about hard work and not luck. And it's also about your mindset and staying in a positive way. So yes, some people are lucky, absolutely. But I don't think that luck is the only thing that has to do with success. I think hard work, perseverance, positive attitude. I also believe that you can attract positivity. So that one I'm going to say I'm not a complete in agreement with. Okay, so what's the next one? No one ever has it as easy as you think they do. 1,000%. I think I've touched on that. We tend to see, so Instagram, social media is a great one. It might look like my life is perfect, and so everybody be like, oh, there's, you should see the reel that I did. Anyways, it doesn't matter. But it looks like life is perfect on the outside, but you really don't know. So I have a lot of perfect things in my life and a lot of good things, but I also have a lot of challenging things that I've just chosen not to discuss on social media. So yes, I agree with that one. I am on 5. We blame life and others for our circumstances because it's easy to do so. Wow, that one got heavy. Okay, I think sometimes that, yes, we do that. So for instance, if you were, we blame life and others for our circumstances because it's easy to do so. Yes, I think it's harder to look at ourselves and to see what we may have done to contribute it. or if we have a learned behavior, say we're in a bad, say we blame our parents for everything negative that's ever happened. But as we become parents, we can't continue to blame them because we may be perpetuating the things that we've learned. So eventually I feel like the cycle has to stop with you. It's not saying that they haven't contributed to your circumstances, but eventually it really is our responsibility to break that cycle. Okay, next one. I'm not, this is not prepped, I'm just reading as I go. Nothing good, this is number 6, nothing good ever comes from focusing on blame. Yeah, that's true. That's a hard one, because when you're upset or angry or really emotional at somebody, I think blaming them is easy. And it also helps, I think anger is easier than forgiveness. And yeah, I agree with this one. I think it is a tough one, and I think you have to be in the right headspace to get there. So initially, a lot of people will be on blame, but if you stay in that, it's not a very healthy place to be at. It's probably a very normal place at the beginning of a breakdown or a fight or anything, but yes, eventually you can't stay in that. Okay, we got 10 here, by the way. Okay, we're on 7. Number 7. Failure is not always bad. Success is not always good. Okay, I totally agree with that. And again, I would use my social media. So for instance, this platform in particular, I think about how I joke about here that I wanted to get monetized and make a whole $1 a day. But really, that if I saw that as a bad thing, and to many people it would be a failure, but to me it's like a stepping stone. So I feel like, okay, maybe right now it sort of would be on the failure side, but it helps you to kind of stay in a good place, stay in a positive mindset as you get to success. Now, say I got monetized and I was really instantly doing very well on here. Well, then maybe I would forget about, connecting with people or why I'm on here. I would get a little conceited or a little So that's one thing, just, with my social media. Also, if I think about things that I failed at, I have had a failed marriage. And so then now in my second marriage, I think that, I brought what I learned from what I did wrong, and now I won't make those same mistakes again. So that's one. Success is not always good. Yeah, I think, yes, I agree with this, because success, if it goes to your head and you kind of lose touch with why you're doing things and your motivation, it can definitely be a bad thing for sure. Okay, number 8. It is what you learn from each that makes the difference. Oh gosh, yeah, that's what I was just saying. I should read ahead, because these basically are prompting me. Absolutely, you got to learn from your failures. You got to learn from your success. And also for me with my success, like I think I've mentioned on here, I really like making goals, and they can be really small, and they can seem like silly goals. But I like doing that because it gives everything a little bit of a purpose and a meaning and a value, and it doesn't even have to be a big deal. It just can be, oh, look at that, I attained that. So absolutely, I think what you take from them is good. With the failures, I absolutely just try not to make the same mistake twice, I think. Okay, number 9. One moment in time can change your whole life. Yes. I feel like this can be, for the good or the bad. Anyone who's ever experienced a tragic loss, absolutely, that would change your life in a heartbeat. Anyone who's ever won the lottery, that would change your life in a heartbeat. Anyone who took a leap or an opportunity that they were maybe trying to talk themselves out of, quit your job, started a new one, met the man, woman, or partner of their dreams. So yeah, I do think that one moment in time can change your whole life, and that is why we have to keep kind of going into each day with your fullest, what's out there for me, kind of be open. That's what I'm trying to say. Be open to whatever life has in store. So yes. Okay, 10, and the last one, and I like doing this, so I'm going to be doing this again. This is super fun for me. How you view the moment affects your future more than the actual event. I have to read that again. How you view that moment. Oh, that one. Okay, so hold on. So this person is building off of her questions. Okay, so the question 9 was, one moment in time can change your whole life. And then the question 10 is, how you view that moment affects your future more than the actual event. Okay. Yeah. Oh gosh, I don't know. So if I think about a tragedy, I would think that tragedy would change your whole life at that moment, and then how it affects how you view it. Yeah, I guess it would continue to change, right? So most people, if they've been through a tragic event, they do try to put a positive spin or celebrate something positive or get to a better space. If I think about it like regarding relationship or something, I think that meeting somebody changed my whole life. How I view that moment, if I take that for granted, or that person for a moment, if I view it as a new opportunity and something good. So yeah, maybe, although the moments can be huge, I think how you view that moment, and maybe if you get to a place where you can cherish that moment and value that moment and see it as a pinnacle, and this is a tough one because I don't know if it's more important. I think that's affects your future. So the question was, how you view the moment affects your future more than the actual event. Okay, changing my answer. Yes, it absolutely does. Because if you had a tragedy and how that affects you, you could have the rest of your life that you have could be in depression and feeling upset and miserable. If you met somebody and you took that person for granted, then it might actually not be a positive thing eventually. So yes, how you view that moment affects your future more than the actual event. Okay, I'm changing my answer. I was confused by the question because I didn't read it first. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know if you like these, and I can try to find some thoughts on things, and we'll just go through them and chat about them. Sometimes it's super hard as a content creator to come up with content. As I started on my social media journey, it was about my gray hair grow out, but as you can see, it's grown out. So now, tomorrow I turn 50. So definitely reflecting on life as a mature woman and things like that, I think is something that I would love to talk about. So anyways, guys, I really have to get back to work. This is just something I did. I'm actually working from home today. So I just thought I was a little bit going fuzzy looking at my computer all day. So I thought I would take a break and do something fun. And this was it. Let me know if you enjoyed it. Okay, take care, guys. We will chat soon. Bye.